Hey, what's up YouTube, Mario here from Grumpy OGs up against another guild in World Guild Battle. Today we're going to have a pretty interesting video. We're going to be using the JJK units. Let's go ahead and see what teams we come up with. Alright, so here are the teams that I came up with. Feel free to pause to check out the runes. So the idea with the first team is to strip, boost up the Gojo, do damage. For the second one, put all these debuffs so the Amber can do her damage. For the third one, we're going to boost up the Yuji and he's going to snipe that Perna and we should be able to win it. For the fourth one, we're just going to dot everything up. Not too sure really what the fire one does all that much. And then for the last one, we're just going to bring in Sukuna. I just have him set on a bruiser build. I also want to mention that I probably don't have him on the most optimal builds, but we'll probably tweak it as we go. And I'll maybe redo this video in the future. Alright, so she is going to take the first turn, but we should be able to cut in here. Can we land the strips? We don't land anything. We're going to go ahead and boost up the Gojo. Can he kill though? Limitless. Ooh, he did a pretty good amount of damage, but he didn't kill them. And I think I have like plus 18 water on him, or plus 20 water on him. Can we strip? Okay, can we get the pushbacks? The Immensity does have crit damage, so he can do a little bit of damage. Now we gotta tank these hits from the Odin. We will be able to attack with blue here. Alright, the blue wipes him out. Pretty nice. Got a little sketchy there. For the next one, I kind of messed up and I just used the skill 3. I guess it works out a little bit. It does push the attack bar back. Now we're going to use the Nobara skill 3 and hopefully land some dots here. Okay, we don't land anything on the Manon, but we should be able to do a decent amount of damage here. Okay, she goes for the skill 2. This is looking a little sketchy. Can we land the strip on the Will? Oh, we landed on the defense buff. We're going to go for the skill 2 here. Didn't really do much. There they go. Now it's a 3v1 against the Manon. Now we should be able to win this. Unless she procs like crazy. But yeah, so far, I do kind of like the Win Gojo team. Shout out to Fishy. He came up with that team. I might try to find another team to use the Win Gojo in. And then for this one, I'm not too sure exactly how I feel about the Water Nobara. The skill 3 is pretty nice. Maybe I just need to get them fully skilled up because they aren't fully skilled up. The only one that I have fully skilled up is the Light Yuji. And then the Megumi, I'm not too sure exactly if I would use him anywhere else. He doesn't really provide all that much to the field. He is a 4-star unit, so maybe in 4-star Siege, but we'll have to see. Now for the third team, we're going to go ahead and boost up the Yuji Itadori and hopefully we can kill here. Alright, we do land the kill. She's not going to come back. The Kraka cannot bring her back either. And I think she knows that because she goes for the skill 2, lands the stun. And she starts targeting the Yuji. We're going to go ahead and heal up here. We should be able to kill. Nice damage there. He also doesn't have skill ups either, so he should be able to do a lot more damage. I think I had like plus 17 damage on fire, so that Perna was gonna die regardless. And we're gonna go for the skill 2. Alright, nice. We got another win. Now for this next one, we're just gonna try to land as many debuffs as possible. I went for the skill 3 here thinking that was the provoke skill, but it was actually the skill 2. Nice, we land the strip and the buff block. We're gonna dot him up a little bit. There goes the Carcano. He procs. Luckily no defense break. He does a pretty low amount of damage for having the branding though. Okay, we land the provokes. We get stunned up. We get branded again. Can we stun here? We land a dot. They keep targeting the Nobara. Okay, she goes for the skill 3. We're gonna start targeting the Rahul. Nobara's getting really low here, but we should be able to win it, especially if we can land a proc. She cleanses the Rahul. We're gonna dot him up. He dies. Now we're going to start targeting the Carcano. We didn't land anything. Go for a skill 2 here, and that basically secures the win. The Nobara goes down. I don't really think I would use the Fire Nobara anywhere else other than in this video. She's kind of lackluster. Now we go for the skill 2 onto the Dominic. Secure the first kill. Now the Nana has no stacks. He's not going to be doing all that much damage because he's under that 50%. She's going to put the attack buff on. but we should be able to kill him before he does anything. Alright, he does go down. Now it's a 3v2 and we're basically going to have another win here, securing the 5-0. As of now, I'm not too sure where exactly I would use those 4-star units. I think the only good ones right now are the 5-star units. I am going to be testing out the light Yuji Itadori in the next set. If I had to say which Nat 4s are probably good, it's the light Yuji, the light Megumi, and possibly the dark Nobara. The dark Nobara probably seems like the best one in my opinion, but it all depends on the multipliers and everything. We secure the 5-0. Let's jump into the next set. Now here are the teams that I'm going to be using for the next set. We're going to use the light Yuji with John and Leo, so we can nerf the speed damage, and then we can kind of see how much the Yuji really does. I put him on my Helena set. For the second team, we're going to use the Fire Nobara team again. For the third, we're going to use the Wind Gojo team again. Hopefully it runs a little bit smoother. For the fourth team, we're going to try out the Wind Yuji. He seems a little bit interesting. And then we're going to pair him with Sukuna. Do I think this is probably the best team for it? Definitely not. And then for the last one, we're going to use the Water Nobara team again. It's pretty nice that she has that 45% HP lead. I'm not sure why they couldn't have just given her the 50%. But hey, it's Com Twist. They're going to be doing weird shit anyways. Alright, let's go ahead and see how this pans out. So we're just going to do some damage here onto the Chilling. He is a little bit on the tankier end. We do have the will, so we're not going to be able to see how he counters Vitra just yet. There goes the Mimir. We're going to provoke him. And we're going to start working onto the Chilling. Do a little bit more damage. Alright, now here the Vitra is going to try to throw some dots. He can't land the dots on the Yuji. But the problem is he can still land the defense break and the branding. And once that happens, he's going to start targeting him. We're going to start doing some damage onto the Chilling. He does a decent amount of damage. I don't think I have him on the optimal build like I said. But he's doing a pretty good amount of damage. I should have tested it out with the full 4-star team just to get the idea for Siege. Okay, defense break. No dots is super nice. We land a branding. Do a little bit of damage. He's going to keep hitting us and he can't land anything. We got 1,000 resistance. The light Yuji seems pretty cool. I'll probably try him out in the next Siege video that I record if I have a chance. We're going to go for the provoke here. Not too sure where else you would use him. I guess you could probably use him into Veronica. Maybe even Amber if you're fighting an Amber for whatever reason. I even thought about using him in Steel Fort because it puts dots, or whichever one puts dots. Coming up with the team and using them, but we'll see. Okay, we land the provokes with the skill 2. Can we land the strips? Okay, we put some more debuffs on. We dot them up a little bit. Hopefully they don't proc out. If that Triana procs out, it might be a little sketchy. Okay, she does proc, but she doesn't proc enough. We land the heal block. Would this be enough to kill? No, it's not enough. So we are going to keep targeting this beta. We don't want her to survive. I wanted to use a skill 3. She doesn't really do all that much damage with the skill 3. We'll go for the skill 2, proc the passive. She cleanses it. And we're just going to start working onto her titty. Skill 2 going out. We land a defense break. We can do a little bit of a damage test here with the skill 3. She does a decent amount of damage for not being on the damage build. Nice provokes right there. And we go for a skill 2, dot him up. That Triana is going to go bye-bye pretty soon. And so should this guy. Again, I'm not too sure where I would use her. I think the dark one's a lot better. One of my guildies got the light one, surprisingly. Now for the next attack, we're going to use the Gojo team. Can we land the defense breaks here? Strips and defense breaks. Okay, we land 2 of the 3. We're going to boost them up. Hopefully he can kill them. 40k, that's a thick Chandra. Okay, I think I start targeting the Chandra. I should have went for the Odin here. Skill 2. I wish I would have had him on Despair. But the way that this team works, he had to be on Swift. Maybe I can find a replacement for him. Now, here's the issue. We don't do enough damage and we lose it. If only we had the skill ups, we could have survived that. Now for the fourth team, this is probably like one of the weirdest counters for this. Like I would not use it. I wouldn't even consider it a counter. But the Yuji can land a skill 3 strip. The Sukuna will be able to skill 1 into the invincibility. So that should be fine. Now we gotta get rid of this Giselle ASAP. Okay, we land a defense break. Can the Sukuna kill here? Ooh, not enough, but we do proc killing her. Decent amount of damage. Now at this point, do we target the Byung or do we target the Clara? I think I went for the Clara here. Sukuna's doing a nice amount of damage with the attack buff, and he's not fully max skilled or max leveled. So yeah, I was kind of in a rush to get this video out. I didn't fully skill him up, didn't fully level him up, because we have Siege today. Skill 1. We gotta land a defense break on this Byung. If not, things are gonna get sketchy. Go for a skill 3. We don't land this strip. Skill 2 defense break. We do land a defense break, but as you'll see, this guy procs out of it. I'm just gonna speed this one up a little bit because it takes a while. Now the concern is he kills the Yuji or the Sukuna, and then we don't have damage and we're kind of screwed. So we gotta try to keep them alive as long as possible. Defense break. We don't land a defense break. The Yuji is almost down here. Ooh, 1 HP. We're not landing anything on the Byung. He kills the Yuji, but the Sukuna gets him really low and the Riley kills him. Now on to the last team. We're going to go for the skill 3 pushback right here. Max Elephant. Okay, we land this stun onto the Carcano. Now we go for a skill 3. Land a few debuffs. Go for the skill 2. There goes the Kinky. He procs. Lands the defense break on the Nobara. She's going to get targeted. I went for a skill 2 here, thinking it was an AoE for some reason. Now her skill 2 damage increases with harmful effects, but it's not enough to kill. She's nothing close like the Amber. I started targeting the Camilla. There goes the Kinky, killing the Nobara. We get frozen. Now we got to put in some work. The Camilla's super low. Now will the Kinky solo us here? We do land the heal block, but he is going to target the Amber. Of course he procs, but we should be able to kill him, and we do, securing the 4-1. Not too bad. We could have probably won it if we had more damage on the Gojo. This went a lot better than expected. I thought I was going to get like 2 or 3 wins. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, so I know that you enjoy this content. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.